Chapter 30. Cocorico! All over Porto Novo, chickens and pigs roamed freely, including in my yard the first week I arrived. A hen came in with her 5 chicks the next day, and I immediately felt the need to feed them. I felt lonely in this new place for me. So I enjoyed seeing her come back to me every day to receive the food that I made sure to spread out for her and her chicks. Rice, bread, and other leftovers several times a day. Finally, she decided to stay with me and didn't bother to leave. At first, she was afraid of me because I followed her in an attempt to take her picture. Later, she got used to it and came towards me every time she saw me. I found her sleeping under a tree in the yard with all the chicks under her wings. Of course, I felt a little guilty that I had supposedly stolen her from a neighbor nearby. If I had known who he was, I would have been happy to pay him for her. To me, she was a truly precious pet, like the cat I already had. I even thought about adopting a dog, but it turned out there were no house dogs in Benin. Too bad. The only dogs there are were guard dogs, and the locals, unlike us Westerners, don't know how to show love to dogs. No one raises cats either. I heard that if cats are raised, it's only for eating them or using them as mousetraps. When I left Benin, I gave my cat to my neighbor, Louis, and warned him not to eat it. I really hoped he didn't eat it. He also gave me permission when he came to Chicago about a year later to show his sculptures with me at an exhibition I did at my university library. One day, my cat slipped out and didn't come back until later. I discovered that one of the chicks had also disappeared that day. I assume it was indeed eaten by my cat. Okay, so this is the first part of the chapter 30. Let me find the other parts. Okay. The remaining chicks grew over time, and it turned out that one of the 4 chicks there were 2 males and 2 females. It turned out that 2 males cannot stay in one family. Even as children, they fought among themselves, and quite quickly, as they grew up, one of them was chased away by the other. And I was left with only the mother, her 2 daughters, and her son, the man. Every morning, he did prove his masculinity by calling Cocorico at 4 in the morning. After 2 weeks, the calls got louder, and he didn't stop raising his voice. So I had to two shoulder blades every morning. At 4, the rooster crows, and at 5, the muezzin. After a few days, my neighbors started complaining about the rooster crowing. And one of them even told me that if I didn't deal with the problem, he would take care of it. I had to ask my cook to catch the rooster and cook it for me for dinner. How sad. I invited friends because I didn't think I would be able to eat my son. To my surprise, I managed to taste it without fainting. It was delicious, despite the pain it caused me when it died. Its meat is called bicycle meat in French because these chickens run around freely and become very muscular. Luckily, Pascal, my cook, was an excellent cook, and the meat came out tender and delicious. One day, I was surprised to see a mother hen treating her children badly and kicking them out of her food, of course. Of course, I continued to feed them all. Then I realized that the mother's strange behavior was due to the fact that she was about to lay new eggs. After she laid them, I managed to find her new hiding place. There were about 11 eggs in it. Every day she laid a new egg. I managed to take one small egg for myself and enjoy eating it. Then I realized that it was a pity that I didn't take more, since they were unfortunately empty of chicks. For 2 months, the hen brooded in vain. When she only got up once a day or two to eat, I removed her eggs to save her prolonged mental anguish because I learned that it only takes 3 weeks of incubation for the eggs to hatch. The snake I had in the yard would also come out at night and steal an egg. My bodyguard told me I never saw it. One of the chicks that became a black hen also began to behave assertively one day, and I already understood that she was about to lay eggs. Indeed, she laid 7 eggs, from which 3 new chicks hatched into the world. One black and 2 white. I became a grandmother. Every evening at 6:50 p.m., I would sit on my balcony and look at the tree opposite where the hens would climb and climb up through a fallen branch and an electric wire on which they would walk beautifully and with balance. Until 7 p.m., they would argue among themselves about who would sleep with whom. And at exactly 7 p.m., they would come to a decision when they would sleep two on each branch. Sometimes it was the rooster with one of the hens, and sometimes it was a hen with its sister. I could literally set my watch to this successful show every evening. I love this 10-minute show every night more than any theater performance. I'm still interested to hear if anyone else has ever experienced such a show. That's a good reason to publish this book.